Yes. Welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right there in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful Saturday morning. It is a great feeling after that humiliating, defeat that we caused West Ham in their own backyard, in their own home. It was humiliating indeed. And now I can just imagine Graham Potter, what he'll be going through, or what will be going through his mind right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Chelsea was successful in that away game. It was a game that West Ham will not forget. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it ended 5-1 in favor of Chelsea. And even the one goal that we conceded, like our head coach rightly put it after the game, he said, we conceded the goal because he lost the ball in the build-up. But he needs these mistakes to learn. Overall, he impressed. Who is our coach talking about here? The man of the match, Estavao. Yes. Estavao is the reason why we actually considered that one goal in the early stages of the game. He lost the ball, and our defenders were caught up, They were just caught unguarded. They were not ready at that moment. They never expected it. And that is how we started the game. We didn't start on the front foot. We started quite poorly. And we ended up nearly paying for it. If the referee, if not for VAR, that the second goal was ruled out for offside, I don't know how the match would have ended. But, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, from that moment, Estavao put in good performance. Estavao's first start in the Premier League, and he scored a goal. Not just scoring a goal, and he won the man of the match. Yes, I'm sorry for that. His first start in the Premier League and won man of the match in the position of Cole Palmer. He was only called upon because Cole Palmer sustained a minor injury before the game kickstart in a warm-up. So you can just imagine, Cole Palmer right now have a very tough, time in hand to play with. Because any least mistake, Estavao is right there to take over from him. Estavao will be breathing on top of his legs. Look, don't make mistake, Cole Palmer. Just a minor injury. Estavao came on, and we watched his performance, and he won the man of the match. In your absence, Cole Palmer, in your absence, Estavao, his first game in the Premier League, his first start in the Premier League, and he won man of the match performance. What does that mean? This guy, this young chap, has a big future, has a great future ahead of him in Chelsea. Yeah. And if not that he won the man of the match, for me, let me just put it this way. In all, every Chelsea player deserves a praise. Every single player, especially those who started the game, they all did quite well. They all did well. Forget about the errors that were committed at early stages of the game. From João Pedro to Pedro Neto to Delap. And let me quickly say this. Everyone speaking about Delap. When I go through social media, a lot of people have been talking about Delap. That he scored 0 goals, yes. But listen, top striker performance from Delap. Go back and watch the game quite very well. Top striker performance. He led the line like an old school Chelsea number 9. He led the front line like an old school Chelsea number 9, pure 9. The hold up, the link up, the pressing and general play was all fantastic. Solid display. When you don't score, that's how you play. We've seen this from Jackson several times. Hold up play, link up play. But we Chelsea fans, we don't seem to appreciate it. Now Delap, It's in the game. We scored 5 goals. He did not score any goal. But I don't want anybody, any Chelsea fan now, to take the tangent of begin to criticizing him. Even when he was substituted, I said it. I told my guys here that, look, if I were the coach, I would have wished that the coach would allow him to play the full 90 minutes. So because he needs to score. We were playing a beautiful game, good game, and if he had stayed on, most probably he would have scored. And that would serve, give him motivation. That was my opinion during the game. But unfortunately, the coach took him off around 65 minutes. Yeah. So Delap, though he did not score, he put up a fantastic performance. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand. Jackson does all this, and sometimes even better, but still gets criticisms from fans like you and I. Ladies and gentlemen, and the usual talk is that he was signed to score goals. He was signed to score goals. Yes, Delap was signed to score goals, right? Jackson, for me, should stay and compete with Delap. He has a better chance. He has a better chance. Looking at the way things were. And you see, the reality of the matter is that Jackson is not even leaving Chelsea because of Delap. Jackson leaving Chelsea is because of Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro is Jackson's problem. Because Jackson was not a false 9. Jackson is a pure 9. And he needed a competitor in that number 9 role, which is Delap, that was gotten. But unfortunately for Jackson, Delap seems to be performing and scoring in almost every game. Ladies and gentlemen, now, this is what Enzo Maresca has to say. I'm about to run with your breakfast. Maresca, when we attack in play, generally, that must have really excited you. The fluidity, yes, but you need balance. You need Caicedo. You need Enzo Fernandez. You need Trevor Chalobah. You need Tosin, Cucurella, Malo Gusto. So the attacking players, they are important. But at the same time, also the defensive players. You know what I like about this statement Maresca made? If you watch our attacking style, we are not attacking just like the front 4 or front 5 attacking. We attack with the defenders. That is why sometimes you see Malo Gusto arriving in the box. Sometimes you see Cucurella arriving in the box. You see Trevor Chalobah arriving in the box. You see Caicedo arriving in the box. Whenever we are attacking, the entire team attacks. And whenever we are to defend, we see the entire team defending. We saw Caicedo made a clearance from almost the line in the game. And so, it's a complete team performance we are seeing. But hey, it's early days yet. It is early days yet. So Chelsea, our next game, I think, is against Fulham or so. I need to check that. I think I need to check that. Yeah, I have to check that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have much to talk about right now. We are still trying to analyze the entire game. And maybe later in the day, when I'm coming back, I'll point out individual players and the exact performances that they put up when I come back later in the day. But right now, I want us to understand this. Cole Palmer's position right now is not for only him. Estavao is available in case of any emergency. He can play right there. We saw Gittins coming on as well. And as soon as Gittins came on, we saw change of positions. There were the players switch positions. And it was more like rotational play. Rotational play in that front line. And I love it. I love it when I saw the rotational play of the players. It's so excellent. We can only work on our defense. We still need to work on our defense. Yeah. Seeing Fofana coming back, he looked a bit jittery. But I think his first game in a while, so he can only get better. He arrived and we saw stability somehow. Apart from 1 or 2, times that he looked jittery, along the line we saw stability in that defensive area. So kudos to the guys. Kudos to all the guys. You could name any Chelsea player as man of the match. They were absolutely fabulous in the game. Especially at the time that we lost Cole Palmer just before the game, and we were a goal down. That moment, anything could have happened to the morale of the squad. But look, guys, we came out victorious. I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.